was the early days of summer, and I had just turned 18, a time when school was out, responsibilities were minimal, and life felt delightfully unburdened. With no job to fill my days, I spent long hours indoors playing video games, exploring YouTube, or simply relaxing. My parents were away on a brief trip, leaving me in charge of the house, a familiar scenario that rarely stirred alarm. On most evenings, I might have invited a friend over, but that particular night I opted for solitude. I was immersed in a rerun of one of my favorite shows on Netflix while idly scrolling through my phone. Suddenly, in the stillness of a late night, around 11 or midnight, a knock resounded at the front door. Startled, I paused the show and cautiously approached the door. Initially, I hardly registered the sound. However, as I drew nearer, a nagging unease took hold. Peering through the peephole, I saw two men standing outside, dressed in matching attire, silently waiting. Their unexpected presence at such an hour sent a chill down my spine. Unsure whether to speak or remain silent, I decided to wait, hoping they would leave without further incident. After a few tense seconds, one of them broke the silence with a measured, "Hello, we're here to see Mr. and Mrs. Name changed." I instantly recognized they were referring to my parents, and that realization deepened my apprehension. Who would seek them so late at night? I continued to remain mute, my eyes fixed on the scene unfolding before me. The duo exchanged a few quiet words, and then slowly departed from the cage. With the outdoor lights off, I couldn't discern the direction in which they went. Strangely, no car headlights or vehicle sounds accompanied their departure. It was as if they had come entirely on foot. This peculiarity left me wondering about their true intentions. Determined to remain alert, I resumed watching the paused program, keeping the sound on in case of further disturbances. It wasn't long before I detected a subtle change. Soft footsteps now echoed outside. Unlike before, there was no knock. Instead, the sound of shuffling steps indicated movement along the side of the house. Fear gripped me as I realized someone was approaching from a different angle. I dashed to the back window and peered out, only to see the same pair stealthily climbing over the fence. Their silent infiltration toward the back door was unmistakable, and I quickly retreated from the window to conceal myself, ensuring they wouldn't notice my presence while I listened intently. From my hiding spot, I could discern their quiet conversation as they reached the back entrance. Moments later, an abrupt, loud pop shattered the silence, a clear sign that the door had been forcefully opened. My heart pounded in my chest as the invaders stepped inside. Their deliberate footsteps resonated through the house as they ascended the stairs, moving with a purposeful determination toward the bedroom. I distinctly heard a door creak open, then shut, and after that, an unnerving silence prevailed. Caught between paralyzing fear and the urgent need to act, I knew I had to call for help. Summoning every ounce of courage, I grabbed my phone and slipped into the garage, a hidden refuge where I could remain undetected while still listening for any further movement. With trembling hands, I dialed the police and reported the break-in, describing the unfolding events as clearly as I could. The conversation felt surreal, with time stretching out endlessly. In less than a minute, a resounding pop echoed again, a reminder that the back door had been compromised. Froze, every sense heightened, as I listened to the intruder's footsteps moving deeper into the home. They advanced up the stairs, and I could faintly hear a door opening and closing behind them. For what felt like an eternity, the house was swallowed by silence, each second amplifying my dread. Then, as if on cue, the distant sound of sirens broke through the stillness. Flashing lights began to illuminate the backyard, and the sound of hurried footsteps on the stairs signaled that the police had arrived. Within moments, officers stormed the premises. One kind officer emerged from the chaos and gently led me out of the garage to safety. Meanwhile, the intruders, who had been methodically moving through the house, were confronted by the arriving police. They offered no resistance, and without uttering a single word, they were swiftly apprehended. Although charged with breaking and entering, it was evident that their actions were driven by motives far more sinister than a mere burglary. That I end the days that followed. Investigations produced few clear answers regarding the intruders' true objective. Authorities speculated that they had been specifically searching for my parents, waiting patiently for their return. The ambiguity of their intent haunted me, and I often found myself questioning whether remaining hidden was the wisest decision. Would revealing myself have deterred them, or might it have escalated the situation further? Despite the lingering doubts, I remained grateful for the timely arrival of the police, whose intervention prevented what could have been a far graver outcome. Even now, The memory of that night continues to send shivers down my spine. Every detail, the unexpected knock, the cautious approach, the eerie silence following the forced entry, paints a vivid picture of an intrusion that was anything but ordinary. The methodical manner in which those strangers moved through my home suggested a premeditated plan, one that transcended simple theft and hinted at a deeper, more ominous purpose. Reflecting on that harrowing experience, I have come to understand the fragile boundary between security and vulnerability. That night reshaped my perspective on safety and trust, reminding me that danger can lurk in the most familiar settings when least expected. While my instincts helped me survive, the lingering questions about what might have transpired if I had acted differently continue to haunt me. Today, I share this story as both a personal catharsis and a cautionary tale. It serves as a reminder that even in moments of routine calm, one must remain vigilant. Trust your instincts, be aware of your surroundings, and never underestimate the unpredictable nature of the world around you. This experience stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unforeseen terror.